to do because of this time change. However, we're not gonna worry about it. We're here and we're good to go. Okay? That's what we are gonna worry about. Alright. So I'm letting my girl warm up. I'm trying to put my doggone stuff on my lips. I know I put you back over in here. So no, I didn't put you right back in here. I put you further down in there. Okay. I want to read y'all something because it happened to be that I'm trying to make sure that little knob is not in the way. Y'all see it. I actually read this for my motivation. I always read motivation in the morning, and I was busy yesterday. Had so many things, moving pieces and moving parts. Had to go to work, had to go to the doctor. Been there for 4 hours almost doing all the things I was doing. And I came home and I read my motivation. It was really kind of strange. You know, and the topic was making failure your best friend. It says, people change when they hurt enough that they have to. They learn enough that they want to, and receive enough that they are able to do so. All right. So we're going to go on to what that actually means. Yesterday, I went to the doctor and got some news I didn't want to hear. Hard truths about some things I need to do with my health, dealing with my blood pressure, and keeping the weight off. But as you guys also know, I am asthmatic. So whenever I have an episode, I end up being on steroids. And it's not a good thing because steroids makes me gain the weight that I did lose. Okay? So it's like an up and down battle with me and my weight, which triggers my blood pressure. I lost a lot of weight and I ended up off of blood pressure medicines. And as I gain weight, I end up getting back on blood pressure medicines. So it's like my body is going through this love-hate relationship. But enough about that. But that's just me. So that was my truth. I had to, it was really kind of ironic that actual information came out about, you know, making failures, you know, something that you have to learn to deal with. They're your hard truths. But I want to also relate that into, let's not go. Okay, oh, I turned it off. My doggone defrost issues. I'm tripping today. But anyway, I just turned the defroster on. I turned it off and I needed to turn it on. I am early, guys. This is really throwing me off. Time change just helped a lot. But anyway, going back to what I was saying about the hard truths and being with your failures. Your failures come to help you along the way. You know, they may not be something you want to hear or something you want to go through, but they are something there to assist you in getting where you need to be. Case in point. Yesterday, my hard truth was that, but today I have a better outlook on what I need to do and what I need to work on. In your business world, hard truths are, you may not have the equipment you need. You may not have I was listening to somebody this morning, I'm always listening to YouTubers, especially new ones that are coming on because, you know, I remember and I don't want to forget that struggle of getting started. Hard truths. This person is in the business and they're trying to get equipment. They don't have the equipment they want, but they're working toward the equipment they would like to have. So therefore, you heard what I said, they're working toward. Guys, that alarm went off. That means I'm already driving. That's my alarm to tell me I should have been in my truck and I'm already driving. I am early. Okay, back to my story. The alarm went off and turned you guys off. Okay, so what I am saying to you is that, you know, this guy I was listening to, he's trying to get the equipment he would like to have, and he's not able to have that. I need to put it on the rear too. We both. like, what is going on? I'm getting the rear clear up, but the front ain't cleared up. I didn't have it on the front. Air was going right in my face. Okay, cool. So the rear and the front. I was like, that's something's right. Okay, I can see clearly now. The green is gone. Okay, back. I'm trying to get to this point I'm trying to make. He has been working. Notice the word working toward getting more in the equipment that he really needs to get to where he'd like to be. He's a sticker shop, and he has been working on, he actually does excellent work, and looks like he's over here in Texas. And I may reach out to him because, you know, I may pair up with him and have him to do some stickers for me. And that's what you do. You collab with someone. You collab with people who you know are coming through the business and, you know, needed help or whatever. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm a small YouTuber. However, I do give to people and flourish their business. So I'm going to say this. He has, and I say the last 6 months, I've been watching him. He has gone from a silhouette to a craft tag. He now has, he just got Roland, which is really, you know, great. I think that he's in the right direction and he's going where he needs to go. And he's moving along. And it's all because now the more he's doing and he's gaining business because he's putting in the work, he's able to see the benefits from everything. So, you know, although you have failures because he was not able to do some things with the silhouette, and he had a V-board cutting machine, he said, and he wasn't able to do that. He had to turn down some jobs, so he lost, you know, possible revenue there. But the patience, the thought process of, okay, I can't do that, let me turn that down, let me keep working at what I'm doing, and now you have that. Now you have that machine that he's been wanting for so long, which is that Roland and that craft tag. He has them now. So now those jobs that he did turn down before, he can now be able to do. So some hard failures are not bad failures. They're just preparing you for when you do get to where you need to be. You have to go through something to get something. It doesn't just come to you. And I have to go through things, and you have to go through. We all have to go through things to get things. Let me tell you my story. I was telling you about his story. Let me tell you my truth. I didn't have to worry about anything. I had a salon and barbershop. I was working. I was making money hand over fist. I was doing whatever I wanted to do. COVID-19 hit. Levels and all that. The barbershop went down. No funds, no money. I only had that one set of income. But I was always using that other income to do what I wanted to do. I had to rethink. I had to reaggress. I had to shut down that barbershop because that's expenses that I can't no longer afford to pay with just one single income. I couldn't do here because I'm asthmatic. And according to the reports of what they were stating, I didn't need to be out there dealing with the public. I was show you that doggone shot. I feel it today. Oh my God. So I had to come to some real hard truths, which led me into, if I can't do that, then what can I do? So I had to reevaluate. I had to reformulate what I needed to do as far as my business and being able to afford the lifestyle I was accustomed to. Sorry guys, I gotta move this around just a little bit. something I hadn't done in a while. I was at the house sitting down. So guess what I did? I pulled out my sewing machine. Yes, I have a sewing machine. My old sewing machine, my Runway Project Runway sewing machine. I haven't sewn in years. However, I pulled it out and I started showing masks. Then I wanted to beautify them and I started doing embroidery. It was a feature on my sewing machine. So I started doing the embroidery, putting, monogram names on there or whatever. Well, mine was just a little 4x4, so it wasn't a big one, but, it did what it needed to do. So, in the instance of doing that, guess what? I got intrigued with embroidery. So much so that I was looking for a larger machine. Started working, getting business enough that I could afford to get a used one if it was affordable, in which I did. I did get one. I think it was a Melco. That was the next machine I got. And then getting the Melco, I got the Silhouette. I got the Cricut, which I still haven't used. That Cricut. It's brand new. I haven't used it. It's still over the corner. I couldn't figure it out. It just didn't make sense to me. One of them was going to go back, and me trying to figure it out in time, I ended up going past the time frame and ended up having to keep it. Still brand new. Need to sell it. But nevertheless, I kept waiting until I gained more business and clients before I started purchasing merchandise. I didn't just purchase the merchandise. As I got more people to do or want items from me, I used the funds back into the business. See, the thing is, a lot of people, they want to quit their jobs, they want to do all these things. They don't understand, before you can quit your job, you got to make sure you have a stash. And until you got all the equipment you need, you can't have that stash. So you got to keep working and working toward getting a build-up clientele that consistently refunds all the money that you're spending, that now you can stash up for that fund for savings. So when the rainy day comes, you got 3 to 4 months of bills already covered, and you don't have to touch that money. You have to plan. It's not an easy task. That's why I still work. I can't afford it. I can't afford to not work. I have clients, yes. However, I'm still not at the level I want to be at to say I walk away from my job. I did that before. I walked away from my job to start my trucking business. I'm back in corporate. That can tell you anything. Trucking is a whole different animal. And I walked away, took some of my 401k, and went in business doing trucking. Had trucks, had hot shots. Did that for 3, almost 4 years. I'm back in corporate. It's a great business to be in. I'm not going to tell anyone any lie. But I had a whole lot of failures in that business. There was some ups and there was some downs. But me personally, I will tell you this. Unless you have unless you have 10 or more trucks, it's not worth going into. Unless you have $250,000 to $500,000 in savings, it's not worth going into. So all these people who want to go and do trucking, hats off to you. Maybe your experience could be different. Go prove me wrong. I'm not going to stop anybody from doing their dream. I had to go down this same rabbit hole, and when you come back out that rabbit hole, come talk to me. We'll talk about it. I'm not going to discuss. I'm not going to debate. You just go on down the rabbit hole, Alice in Wonderland, and when you come back out, we can talk. That's a whole other discussion. However, I will tell you this. I went back to corporate. coming back with this business of redoing what I'm doing now. That's embroidery, shirts, and different things that I'm doing now. And I have been more successful here than I have been in trucking. Now, will I still do hair? Yes. I have not let my license go. I will continue to do hair. Hair will never leave me. I learned every bit of those hours I gained doing hair. And I'm going to keep that license because that's always something I can always fall back on if I don't do nothing else. I can always do some hair. I ain't ever got to worry about that. But what I will tell you is you can do whatever you want to do. You just have to stay consistent with it and see it through to the end. Now, my experience in some things may not be your experience in some things. Everybody's experience is different. It's all about your dedication, your time, your effort, and how you want to do things. My experience in trucking, maybe somebody else may go to do the same thing I did in trucking and be successful in it. I just wasn't. Somebody may go and be in hair and they be successful in it. I was. I still am. I just can't trust it at this point right now to say I want to be in the midst of people again and chance risking my health. I have a mother that I want to make sure she stays here. And I don't want to give her or have her to contract anything from me dealing with people. So I just took a seat back from hair. I do those people who I'm close around, their hair, whenever they call them, I'll do that. But I'm not rushing to get back out there and get a salon again and a barbershop again. I ain't gonna do that. That's money I'm not gonna give out to nobody else. And that money gonna stay in my pocket. Because that was a lot that I gave out to somebody else's place that I ended up having to pay taxes on. That's just my thoughts on that. Some failures are learning lessons. Again, some failures are learning lessons. Some failures are great learning lessons that pivot you forward to where you need to be. That's what I'm going to share with you guys today. I don't know if I gave you anything you really needed or I was just venting. I don't know. But anyway, I gave you information on what I had listened to or read yesterday and what I listened to on one YouTuber's experience on his failures and how he is now being successful. And I gave you my personal experience. So I hope those things can help gravitate you to where you need to be in your business and give you some type of insight. If you guys would do so, I would be so honored if you do this one thing for me. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button below. Driving in this radio, I can't even believe it. I'm at my halfway mark. I can't believe it. Guys, this has been a great experience for me. I think I love this time change. I love having my extra hour, and that's all I needed was an extra hour to get it together, honey, because I swear, oh, girl was struggling with that early. Oh my God. I have never liked the spring forward time. I'm always late. That time. This time, I can deal with it. I can deal with this. I can deal with this time. I am at my halfway point, turning on the big high five. Well, it ain't a high five. It's a high, but it ain't a five. I'm turning on the high five on the interstate, up high, on the top ramp, looking over at everybody else.